What if the same sprawling money plant vine currently draped haphazardly across your bookshelf, or that trailing wandering Jew spilling out of its hanging pot, could actually be trained into a genuine miniature tree, complete with a defined trunk and a full, rounded canopy standing proudly on its own? That is exactly the surprising transformation possible with a training technique called standard form. And once you understand this simple, patient step-by-step method, you will look at every trailing vine in your home as a tree waiting to happen. Training a naturally creeping or trailing plant like money plant, more commonly known as Pothos, or wandering Jew, botanically called Tradescantia, into a tree form relies on a technique long used by professional growers to transform naturally sprawling plants into upright, self-supporting standards. Rather than the plant's genetic growth habit being permanently vining or trailing, this technique takes advantage of these particular species' flexible, adaptable stem structure, training a single strong stem upward along a stake while systematically removing lower growth, then allowing the plant's natural branching tendency to fill out a rounded canopy once that trained trunk reaches your desired height. Starting this project with money plant begins with selecting your healthiest, most vigorous vine, ideally one with a single strong stem, rather than several competing shoots emerging from the same base. Insert a sturdy bamboo stake or a slim wooden dowel directly into the pot beside your chosen main stem. Then loosely tie the vine to this support at several points along its length using soft plant tie material or simple twine, training the stem to grow straight upward rather than trailing or drooping to the side as it naturally would left unsupported. As the vine continues growing upward, remove any leaves and small side shoots emerging along the lower two-thirds of the stem, concentrating all of the plant's visible foliage into the uppermost section, where you eventually want your canopy to form, essentially creating a bare, defined trunk beneath a foliage-topped crown. Wandering Jew follows a similar core principle, but requires slightly different handling, given its more delicate, softer stem structure compared to money plant's somewhat sturdier vine. Select your strongest, most upright growing stem among the plant's naturally sprawling growth, staking and training it upward exactly as with money plant, though Wandering Jew's more fragile stems benefit from more frequent, gentler tie points along their length to prevent breakage as the stem thickens and the plant's canopy weight increases over time. Because Wandering Jew naturally produces considerably softer, more herbaceous growth than money plant's slightly more substantial vine, expect this particular training project to require somewhat more patience and careful handling throughout the process, though the final tree-form result remains just as genuinely striking once achieved. Once your chosen stem reaches your desired trunk height, generally somewhere between 12 and 24 inches, depending on your specific space and aesthetic preference, begin pinching back the growing tip to encourage branching rather than continued upward growth. This pinching triggers the same biological branching response, relevant to other pinch and train techniques discussed throughout broader houseplant care guidance, redirecting the plant's energy from a single dominant upward shoot into multiple branching stems that will eventually fill out into your desired rounded canopy shape. Continue pinching back any individual branch that grows noticeably longer than its neighbors within the developing canopy, maintaining a genuinely balanced, symmetrical crown shape rather than allowing a few dominant branches to grow unchecked while others lag behind. Caring for a tree-form money plant or Wandering Jew follows most of the same fundamental principles as caring for the same species in its natural trailing form, though the concentrated, defined canopy shape this training technique creates does introduce a few considerations worth understanding. Because all of the plant's foliage now sits concentrated at the top of a defined trunk, rather than spread across a trailing vine, this canopy area experiences somewhat different light and airflow dynamics than the same amount of foliage would have spread naturally across a hanging or trailing arrangement, generally benefiting from slightly more careful attention to even light exposure across the entire rounded crown to prevent lopsided growth toward whatever direction receives the strongest available light. Light requirements for both money plant and Wandering Jew remain consistent with their standard care needs regardless of this particular training approach. Money plant tolerates a genuinely wide range of light conditions, from bright indirect light to considerably lower light levels, making it a forgiving choice for a tree-form specimen positioned somewhere other than directly beside your brightest window. Wandering Jew, by contrast, generally wants brighter light to maintain its characteristic vibrant purple and silver leaf coloration, with insufficient light causing the foliage to fade toward a duller, less visually striking green, meaning this particular species genuinely benefits from positioning closer to a bright window than money plant would strictly require. Temperature considerations remain fairly standard for both species, with the typical 65 to 75 degree Fahrenheit range found in most American homes, providing genuinely comfortable growing conditions for either plant trained into tree form. There is genuine scientific reasoning behind why this particular training technique works so reliably on these two specific species. Plant physiology research into apical dominance, the biological mechanism by which a plant's main growing tip suppresses lateral branch development, directly explains why removing that dominant growing tip through deliberate pinching triggers increased branching from previously suppressed lower buds. The exact mechanism this entire treeform training technique depends on to transform a single trailing stem into a fuller, branching canopy. Horticultural research into plant plasticity, the specific study of how flexible a given species' growth habit is in response to training and environmental manipulation, has additionally confirmed that naturally vining and trailing species like Pothos and Tradescantia possess genuinely more adaptable growth structures than many rigid woody plants, explaining why these particular species respond so successfully to staking and directional training compared to plants with a more fixed, less flexible natural growth habit. The human experience of undertaking this kind of patient, ongoing plant training project carries specific documented psychological appeal, closely related to broader research on bonsai and similar sculptural plant projects discussed throughout wellness-focused horticultural literature. Occupational therapy research examining plant training and shaping activities has specifically noted that the ongoing, deliberate attention this kind of project requires, checking ties, pinching growth points, monitoring canopy balance over an extended period measured in months rather than a single afternoon, engages a particular sustained, patient form of focused attention that participants consistently describe as genuinely calming and rewarding, distinct from the more immediate gratification of many other houseplant care tasks. There's also a specific satisfaction tied to watching a genuinely dramatic transformation unfold gradually over time, since a trailing vine slowly becoming a defined, tree-shaped standard offers a visibly rewarding long-term project, considerably more engaging for many plant enthusiasts than simply maintaining an already established plant's existing form without any deliberate creative shaping involved. Watering a treeform money plant, or wandering Jew, follows standard care practices for each specific species. Checking soil moisture with a finger inserted about an inch or 2 deep, and watering thoroughly whenever that depth feels dry, generally every 1 to 2 weeks for money plant given its notable drought tolerance, and somewhat more frequently, roughly every 5 to 7 days, for wandering Jew, which prefers slightly more consistent soil moisture than money plants' more forgiving watering needs. Because a treeform specimen concentrates all its root support in a single defined stem, rather than the multiple rooting points a trailing plant sprawled across soil might naturally develop. Ensure your container provides adequate stability and that your stake remains firmly anchored, since a top-heavy canopy on an unstable base can topple in a way a naturally sprawling, ground-hugging vine simply would not experience. Fertilizing supports the vigorous new branching growth this training technique specifically depends on, particularly during the active shaping phase when you want to encourage as much healthy new branch development as possible. Apply a diluted, balanced liquid fertilizer every 3 to 4 weeks during the active spring and summer growing season for both species, tapering off during fall and winter months when growth naturally slows considerably. Pruning represents the single most important ongoing task for maintaining your treeform specimen's shape once established, requiring a genuine, consistent commitment to regularly pinching back any growth that threatens to disrupt your carefully trained silhouette, removing any new shoots that attempt to emerge along the lower trunk section, and periodically rotating your plant to ensure even light exposure supports balanced growth across the entire canopy, rather than lopsided development toward a single light source. Even a well-trained treeform money plant or wandering Jew runs into predictable challenges, though nearly all of them have simple, beginner-friendly solutions. A trunk that bends or leans despite staking usually indicates insufficient tie points along its length, so add additional soft ties at closer intervals, particularly near the base where the stem transitions from the pot into its upright trained section. Sparse, uneven canopy growth typically points to insufficient pinching during the plant's earlier training phase, addressed by continuing to pinch back any dominant branches while allowing weaker areas additional time to catch up, along with confirming adequate, even light reaches the entire crown area. New shoots persistently emerging along the lower, supposedly bare trunk section require ongoing vigilance and prompt removal, since this natural tendency toward lower growth will continue indefinitely unless consistently managed. A genuine, permanent maintenance commitment, this particular training style demands compared to a plant simply left in its natural trailing form. And if you're wandering Jew's canopy foliage begins fading toward a duller green rather than maintaining its characteristic vibrant coloration, relocating your tree-form specimen to a brighter position typically restores that signature color intensity within a few weeks of improved light exposure. Choosing the right pot and stake combination sets a genuinely important foundation for this entire project, since a top-heavy canopy eventually developing above a lightweight or narrow container risks toppling the whole specimen once your training reaches its final, fullest stage. Select a proportionally weighted pot, wider and heavier relative to your plant's eventual canopy size than you might choose for the same plant left in its natural trailing form, and consider adding a layer of decorative stones atop the soil surface for additional stabilizing. Wait if your chosen container still feels genuinely top-heavy once the canopy fills in. For staking material, a sturdy bamboo stake works well for money plants' slightly more substantial stem, while wandering Jew's more delicate growth often benefits from a thinner, smoother dowel or even a chopstick, reducing the risk of the tie material rubbing against and damaging the plant's genuinely more fragile stem tissue during the months of ongoing growth and adjustment this project requires. Timing your training project relative to each plant's natural growth cycle meaningfully affects how quickly you see genuine progress toward your desired tree form. Begin training during spring or early summer, when both money plant and wandering Jew naturally enter their most vigorous active growth period, since attempting to establish this technique during the slower, more dormant fall and winter months considerably extends the already patient timeline this project requires. Expect the initial trunk establishment phase, training a single stem to your desired height while removing lower growth, to take anywhere from 2 to 4 months depending on your specific plant's vigor and your chosen final trunk height. With the subsequent canopy filling phase, encouraging and shaping branching growth at the top, requiring an additional several months beyond that before your tree-formed specimen reaches a genuinely full, proportional appearance. Displaying your finished tree-formed specimen thoughtfully rounds out this project into a genuinely striking piece of living decor, rather than simply an interesting technical achievement. Positioning your trained money plant or wandering Jew tree as a singular, uncluttered focal point, rather than crowding it among a dense cluster of other plants, allows its deliberately sculpted silhouette to be fully appreciated in a way that would otherwise be lost among busier, more crowded plant groupings. Pairing a single tree-formed specimen with a simple, elegant container in a neutral tone tends to showcase this particular plant training style more effectively than an overly ornate or brightly colored pot, letting the plant's own carefully trained form remain the primary visual focus rather than competing with a busy container design. Additional research into ornamental plant training and topiary technique reinforces why this particular approach to money plant and wandering Jew has grown so popular among home gardening enthusiasts, specifically drawn to more advanced sculptural projects. Horticultural research into standard training, the broader technique this project borrows from, traditionally applied to woody shrubs and small trees in formal garden design, has confirmed that the same fundamental principles, a single trained trunk topped by a deliberately shaped canopy, translates successfully to considerably faster-growing, softer-stemmed houseplants, offering home growers a genuinely accelerated version of a technique traditionally requiring years of patient woody plant cultivation. Social media and home gardening content research has also specifically noted that transformation-focused plant content, showing a plant's dramatic change from one recognizable form into another entirely different one, consistently generates strong viewer engagement, since this particular project offers exactly that kind of visually compelling before and after narrative, using genuinely common, inexpensive houseplants many viewers likely already own. If you love learning about seasonal flowering plants, vegetables, gardening tips, and nature care, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Nature Nurture Hub, your home for year-round garden inspiration. Let's keep growing together.